Hello everyone and welcome back. So as you can see, this month's Mani Me for August has arrived. So we will go ahead and get into our unboxing. So this month is a rather intriguing one because it's almost like they paid homage to one of their previous MXMs as well as one of their more recent release plates for this box, according to the email. So I don't know what was going on with that thought process, but I'm okay with it. It just kind of seems odd. So they kind of went in with fluid art again, by the looks of things. And of course comes with 2 cards, so sadly it looks like mine are damaged. I don't keep them, so it's not as big of a deal for me, but we have 1 card that has a Mani inspo and the step-by-step process on the back. And we have 1 card with product description. And it will tell you about the plates and the polishes and of course the free gift that it comes with. So this one's free gift since we can already see it. This is bigger than I thought it would be. And this is a silicone tool holder. It's supposed to be multi-purpose, and by the looks of it, because it is silicone and the bottom is textured, I also said it's collapsible. Which, yeah, it's definitely collapsible. This would be a good tool cleaner as well as holder because I do believe it is acetone resistant. I could be wrong. Let's see if the product description card says so or not. Yes, it is. It's acetone resistant for effortless cleanup. So this is used for storage or cleaning of your tools. And I do like that because it can be hard to clean your brushes sometimes, and having a textured bottom, it reminds me of some of the makeup brush cleaning storage things like this. So definitely like that factor. That's the first time I've seen anything like that in maniology. That's very creative on their part. Yep, I already have this one. Do I have it on my case? Yes, I do. So this is an extra sticker. That goes in the extra sticker pile. Because I have lots of them. So we have our, okay, I don't need that. Good. We have our polishes. Ooh, careful. And these are very bright colors this month. Very bright. This one kind of reminds me of Zombie Hut, which was actually released right around the same time last year. And this one kind of reminds me of Watermelon Float, which was in, I believe it was April 2 years ago, I want to say. Maybe 3 years ago. Somewhere in the ballpark. Watermelon Float was in the pool themed box. So I really do like this because even though they did do other fluid art plates, these images are a bit different from the previous fluid art. These almost have like a marble, and it also has the French tip. They've really been doing a lot of French tip plates in the MXM boxes recently, and I'm not sure if it's because it seems to be a fad or what, but they really have, in generality, pumped out a lot of different French tip plates. And I think there must be a fad going on right now that I'm unaware of that has that going on for it, because I'm seeing a lot. In fact, just this month alone, they added 1 or 2 more French tip plates, and it seems like every month they're adding at least 1 more French tip plate, and I'm having a hard time keeping up with it because there's so many. I'm actually gonna have to change what binder I have mine in, because I have all of my French plate designs in the same binder. So we have MXM 133 and MXM 134. So these are really cool looking, and I've been playing something called House Flipper. Like I said, this reminds me less of fluid art and more of like marble. But some of it does remind me of fluid art, and it is pretty cool. I do like these. The only downfall to this is that when I do the Mani inspo for this, is it's going to be hard to not be too simple. And you guys know how I am about providing you guys with more intricate designs and less simple of designs. This is going to be hard to do that with. And this is a lot harder to do that with, but we will see what I can come up with. We'll see. We'll figure something out for sure. Maybe I can do some kind of like layered. I'm gonna have to play with it to see how that's gonna work. But I do want to show you in comparison to the previous Maniology fluid art ones. Now mind you, I don't have the newest one that's non-MXM. I do not have that one, but I can pull it up for comparison. In fact, a friend of mine, who I've been doing her nails for her over the last couple months, she spotted the one that was released not that long ago. So let's see if I can find it. Search button here, yes. There it is. Special Effects Fluid Art, the M464. So if you look, let's see if I can bring this up here. If you look, these images are similar for sure. Definitely similar, but they're not quite the same. And of course, if we pull this part up, the same theory. It's not quite the same, but it's dang freaking close. So they are very close, and this is the binder I need, or if it's the one next to it. I think this is the one I need. Yes. So the previous fluid art plate that they released is this one right here, and it was paired with the water marble. Now, I got lucky and caught these when they found them in the warehouse, but they were already sold out by the time I had even rediscovered Maniology. So this is MXM 031 and MXM 032. And this is a very different form of fluid art images. So they have done it before, but it's very different. The closest one to the new ones is this one in this corner. And of course, water marble is quite different by itself. So the images are different, but they are similar. So like I said, when I first looked at the email, I feel like they were paying homage to this set right here. That is no longer available. And doing the French tips. So they do seem to go back to previous years' ideas and kind of cherry pick ideas from it and create new ones, new plates that are similar. So I do like that they kind of do that. But at the same time, they are supposed to be very unique. So they do still keep it relatively unique, thankfully. This is very interesting, but a part of me kind of wishes that this had more size range for the French tip. part, and that's generally the biggest problem I have with the French tip plates, is if they only have 3 sizes like this, it's hard to find the proper sizes for my own hands, especially if I have extensions on and I'm having to have my thumbs really thick, because my thumbs are kind of big. My thumbnails aren't real small. They're kind of wide. They're not as wide as men's, but that's the other reason I have a thing on that, is because there are men out there that do like these kind of things, that do like to do nail stamping and nail art and things like that. And this is something that I do think they need to work on a little bit, is that they need to, if they're going to do French designs like this, then they need to give a better variety of sizing than this, because it's really hard to do that with lack of sizing. And it's part of why I don't normally use the French plates. I do like them, but the sizing can be kind of daunting and it make things a little bit more difficult. So that is something to keep in mind when purchasing a French tip plate, is if you have, like my friend Shea, who has very, very tiny nails, these would be too big. Or like me, or some of the men out there, they have a very wide variety of sizes that they need, and some of them are too small or too big. And I'm very particular when it comes to my French tip. I like them to be a deeper, and these do have relatively deep wells, but if the size isn't correct, it's not going to show that. And it'll just look like it's just kind of like a straight line almost across, and I don't like that. If I want a straight line across, I'm going to do it something completely different, and it's generally vertically, not horizontally. So, and if it's horizontally, it would be half the nail, not what's supposed to be a French tip. For me, a French tip has to have a smile line. It has to have a smile line, and a decent size smile line. So sizing can be a touchy thing for me on that. I will definitely try to make that work. We'll see, especially since I'm down to almost completely natural nails. My actual nails just with a builder gel overlay, so it's got the thickness to hopefully survive my children. But normally I would have a slight extension or a thicker overlay than what I have now, because they're normally longer than this. But school's about to start, things are about to get chaotic, so I need to have my nails a bit shorter right now while things are kind of chaotic. So let's see how this works out for me. I will be working on getting a design, and of course I will do the color comparisons for you guys on both drip and melt. Like I said, this one kind of reminds me of Zombie Hut. I think Zombie Hut's a little bit darker than this, and this one kind of reminds me of Watermelon Float, and once again it may be a little bit darker. These are very bright, very contradictory colors, and I do like that. I don't really have anything else to say about this. They are neat. I definitely wasn't super excited on this. I was more excited about about this than I was about this. And this especially because when I do work with acrylics and things like that, I have no good way to soak my brush if acrylic starts getting dried into it. So I do like that this was included, and I do like that it was a collapsible. If I can get it to collapse nicely. There we go. that it is collapsible for easier storage. That is nice as well. So do I feel like this is worth it? Most certainly. For those who like these kind of images, especially if you struggle with fluid art. Now, I have never tried fluid art. That is one I have never tried, and I do need to do some research and try water marble. I have only successfully done that once in my entire life. It is very challenging for me, and I do not know why. But these are cool. These are pretty cool. You can do some really neat stuff with them. So we will see what I come up with. Maybe my time on House Flipper will be my inspiration, and it'll just look like the walls and floors. Who knows? Speaking of which, that is an awesome game. So I don't think there's anything else I have to say about this. I do like this box. It's definitely not my favorite one, but I do like it. It is pretty cool, and it has some really unique features to it. It actually kind of reminds me of some of the stone that you would see in like Arizona and the petrified forest and things like that. I was 11 years old, I think, when I went to when I saw the petrified forest, and it was really cool. That was a very neat experience. It was one of the few experiences that I got to have as a child that was really nice. That and Disneyland was a good one. There wasn't a whole lot of them, but that was one. I don't remember what it's called. Painted Mountains, I think is what it was called. It was out there in Arizona, Nevada range. That pretty much covers it, guys. So I hope you found this useful, and I will have a Mani design up here soon for you guys, and of course our swatch comparisons up for you guys soon. And when I get to use this for cleaning purposes and not storage, I will give you guys an update. I don't do acrylics very often. I'm going to just forewarn you guys, so the possibility of that happening is not going to be anytime soon. I primarily work with gel and not acrylic because of the respiratory issues my husband gets from the monomer. So when I work with acrylic, it's during a time that I know he is not going to be home for a prolonged period of time, and that's pretty much the only time I do. And most of the time, like I said, I use polygel or hard gel or something to that effect for his sake. So that is all. And I did get the Strawberry Mani up. It won't be available to watch for a couple weeks, but it'll be in August. It'll be early August. You guys will get to see how the strawberries, and I think that's it. I still have one more that I've been planning and working on. It's been sitting here for probably about 6 months, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Mainly because I'm not satisfied with the entire design. I feel like I need to do something a little different. My son loves it half to death, the sample tip, and when I do finally get that one filmed, I know he's going to be bugging me for the sample tip. He wants all the sample tips that he's even bugging for the strawberry ones right now. He's always wanting my sample tips. All right, well, I hope you all are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever it may be, wherever you're at while you were watching this video. And until next time, guys, thank you all for watching. Bye.